and foremost, can you talk a little bit about your history and how you started making music?
Well, I used to, it started when I was a little kid. I used to be singing all over the place. And as far as like in my house and like just by myself all the time, like to me, it was just like talking. And I never realized that I was actually like singing and people could hear it. And so like my family, they would always like be like, get up on the table, start singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And I was like, why? You know what I mean? I was like, why would you have me do that? Because I was also really, really shy. So yeah, I mean, I didn't really make the connection that I was like singing out loud to people until like my mom, like she started putting me in like musical theater and like all this like fun, activities. And I was terrified, but I would still just like, I would love it. So I like would sing and all those things. So I would say, I started when I was young and then took a little break. Played basketball, I did swimming, I did like all kinds of like really, really fun like sports. I was like a sports head. And then like in college, I got into like a rock funk band. We were trying to be like Incubus meets Red Hot Chili Peppers and like Rage Against the Machine. So I used to like rap and like rock out. Like I had a red mohawk. Oh my God, my hair is red again. I forgot.
Yes, it's making a comeback.
I did, yeah, but yeah, I had a mohawk. I was like, hardcore, I guess. I don't know. I got my first tattoo. I was just like, I'm doing music,
Yes.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's kind of the general story of getting started, but yeah.
Well, I think you're still hardcore. And on the 19th, brand new single coming out. What can you tell us about that?
Remedy. Well, Remedy is kind of for me to bring awareness to the industry about how they like exploit young teens that have substance abuse and mental abuse, but they like, they make a killing off of them, like getting rich off of them. And it really makes me sad because a lot of times their life ends in death. And like what made me like really see that was the death of Juice WRLD. And I was just like, dude, like he didn't have to go out like that. Someone could have like literally been like, yo, like, let's help you clean up. You know what I mean? And maybe they were, but it didn't seem that like that as far as his persona goes. You know what I mean? And like that being projected out to young teens and people in general, adults, everyone who has a substance abuse, I feel like that's such an odd thing to glorify.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm really excited to hear that. And this one didn't end in death, but have you seen the new Britney Spears documentary on Hulu?
I did.
So what you just said kind of reminded me of that, exploiting young people in the industry and mental illness.
Yeah. And the paparazzi coming after her like that. Yeah. And not even, the guy couldn't even admit that like he was a part of like her breakdown.
Right.
Like he couldn't even admit that. I mean, I was just like, yo, like this is serious. Like she was trapped inside of her own weird like world. You know what I mean? It was just like, it was so sad.
Right.
Yeah. But that's what I'm talking about though. This is for like a remedy for people who can't escape that like lifestyle, you know what I mean? And like I love pop culture. I love, I love celebrities, you know what I mean? So it's just like I in a weird way empathize with them. I don't know. Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know. I think it helps because I think that it would help to have more positive reinforcement because everyone follows what celebrities do. They have so much power and influence, and I hope that we can turn it into something that's more helpful.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. And I love that a lot of your music has a message in it. I was going through the catalog and I watched the animated video you have for Reload. Can you talk about the story behind that song?
Yes, for Reload, wait, I just want to, can I back up? Can I say one other thing?
Yes, of course.
For Remedy, also, Ray Garrison is a collaborator on it, and he's one of my closest friends and bandmates. We do a bunch of festivals together, and he's also come around to being, kind of in a weird place to really thriving now. So it really means a lot. Yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah. I think you'll love it.
Yes.
But yeah, Reload, the animation for Reload, yeah, that was a really special one for me because I had maybe 11 years ago, 12 years ago, I had an incident with a police officer where he tackled me to the ground for no reason.
Oh my God.
And so, that I kind of stuffed that down and just went about, I was like, my life is good. I do music for a living. Like I completely like turned that into something positive, like, or maybe just like ignored it until like everything happened with George Floyd and how like it started to come up, and I started having like flashbacks, and I literally was also like on the ground, very similar to how George Floyd was. And the guy thankfully didn't like, squeeze my neck or anything, but it was confusing and disorienting. And I was just like, why is this even happening? And honestly, I mean, later I found out it's because he was just trying to show the rookie cop that was with him how to rough people up. You know what I mean?
Because that needs to be shown.
Yeah, I know. And I was just like, this is really, and I was on my way to yoga class with like my yoga mat and bike. Like I was no threat whatsoever. So it's just like, it's just one of those things that I felt I needed to come to some sort of like, just have a releasing moment for it. And so I created this animation because I didn't create it. I mean, I directed it and put my thoughts into it and the storyline. But Naaman Basil, he sat with me for quite a few months getting it together. And I wanted it's such a dark subject. So I wanted to make it like oddly bright and like have people like kind of ingest it in a way that they know that it's heavy, but you got the funky bass line and like you're kind of dancing. It's kind of how like The Weeknd makes bops, but like they're all sad.
Right.
Or like how Katy Perry like is always like sarcastic lyrics, but like, she's like, yay. So like, I kind of like, those are like big influences. Well, Katy Perry is. But yeah, it's kind of like, I want people to like kind of see it. They're like bopping, but there's a message,
Yeah.
So,
if you're not quite listening to the lyrics, you might not like realize what's happening until you really dive into it, which is one thing I also really loved about it. In the animation, they did an incredible job.
Thank you.
That.
Yeah. Naaman Basil. He's from Colombia.
Okay.
And so we're on different time zones. I guess not too far off. I think we're only like 2 hours when it all works out. But it was just nice to be able to communicate with him like back and forth, and we would FaceTime and just like, I don't know, he's really good though. Like I hope that he blows up as well.
Killed it for sure. And rumor kind of has it that you might be taking a break from these vocal features and working on your own solo project, which is very exciting. What can you say about that?
Well, yeah, I am taking a little pause. Yeah. I'm very grateful for the dance community. Like, it showed me how positive the industry can be. And so I can never leave it, but I do want that chance to show what I do on a solo level. And a lot of the songs are like, have that rock funk edge. Set Me Off is very rock oriented, powerful. It still has a 4 on the floor, still has some electronic elements, but it's like expressive and explosive. And I'm like that. Like, I'm just completely, from performing, like I'm always just like really over the top. So I want to express that in my own music. And yeah, that's Set Me Off. And then Remedy's also heart-wrenching, but also an anthem. And that's more of like, I have a love for like superhero and action films. So I like to express that in songs. And then the next portion of it will be about experiences and things that like I've gone through in the past, 3 years or so, just about love. And it's trials and tribulations, but you know what I mean? And how difficult it can be. I've been in a 10-year relationship. And
congratulations. That's a long time.
Thank you. It is a really long time, and we made it through. We made it through. We have ups and downs, and like, I love her because she allows for me to still express every detail in like my art. And like, she's never like, oh my God, who's that about? Or like, what the fuck? Or like,
yes.
She's like understands that what it takes like to be like an artist is you have to be open, Yes. So I'm appreciative of that.
Yes, I'm so glad you have a supportive partner, because that is like the one trait, in my opinion, that is necessary. Because I am in the same boat. My partner I do the weirdest things, like the most outrageous things, say it on the radio. And he's like, yes, that's the one. So yeah, I love that you have that in your life too.
Yes.
It's really awesome.
Right on.
Your music has been in so many different things, Olympics, Super Bowl commercials. Is there something that has stuck out to you as the coolest thing?
The coolest thing, I mean, I want to say it's the Super Bowl, but I mean, that was epic and crazy. Yes. That was like wild. But I would also say the Serena Williams and the Naomi Osaka Women's Open. I think that was a pretty special moment for me to have that, like the music connection there, because Serena Williams is such a badass. And, you know, obviously, and Naomi is obviously like, but Serena's like in my childhood, you know what I mean? Yes. Like I like kind of grew up watching her become a superstar and a celebrity and a tennis, you know, she just does everything. Yeah. So that for me was a pretty cool moment. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That was such a big moment in history in general, in my opinion. So to have your music be a part of that is iconic. That's really great.
Thank you.
That is amazing. I know in your bio on social media, what I loved, it says formerly the EDM Whoopi Goldberg. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Why formerly, first of all? And also, can you please explain that, because I live for it?
Okay, so my hair was dark before, and I don't know, I just kind of started thinking it, and I was just like, oh yeah, I don't know, I kind of like the EDM Whoopi Goldberg. And I also, I'm a Scorpio. I don't know. It was just like this interesting like tie. But I was doing EDC with my friend Bijou, and we posted like a video later, like the next couple days, and then someone was like, "Yo, bro, you brought out Whoopi Goldberg," like that, and then like they commented that. And then he just went with it. And then I was like, yeah, dude, what the fuck? That's awesome. They were like, that's so cool. And then I just like started going with it. And then, and the only reason why it says formally known as, I'm just silly. It's just because I'm doing my solo project right now. And like, And like, none of it is really like, is EDM, but it'll return in the summer when all my EDM bops are out there.
Thank God. Has Whoopi herself recognized it yet?
No. Okay. So I have this really big goal to be in universe manifestation.
Yes.
I have this goal to be in Sister Act 3, the movie, which is coming out. Yeah. And they're working on it with Tyler Perry. And like, I know they're either auditioning now or something, but like I did this little thing online where I sang Joyful Joy. I think it was a joy. No, one of the songs from there. I think it was that one. Or maybe it's his eyes are, I don't know which one it was. I'm just ripping.
I love it.
So yeah, I had everyone like tag her and like, you know, post her. And so I hope one day she sees it, because I left it up there, and like I often will tag her in like different things, because I want like maybe I'll do another like TikTok, like a couple TikTok like videos, and like keep that like pumping, and then like see it until she like sees it, and maybe it'll go viral. But I need to be in that movie though.
You need to be. You have the perfect voice for it, first of all.
Yeah.
I will continue to manifest this with you, because it's going to happen. I can't wait for it.
Thank you. I've been trying to say it out loud, and I don't even know the path per se, but I keep trying to say it. So hopefully it'll come true, you know?
Yes. Well, speaking of manifestation, I also saw that you tweeted that you would like to do a collaboration with Jack Black. Yeah, which is another thing on the list that needs to happen. So why do you think you and Jack Black would make the perfect song?
Because I feel like, well, you don't know me like per se, but like on stage and just like around my friends, I'm just a big, huge goofball. You know what I mean? I'm always like performing. Like when I was a kid, I would always like jump up at the rallies in high school and just like start doing flips and stuff, and just wild, you know what I mean? And like also like I liked musical theater, but like I didn't quite like latch onto it because I wasn't a musical theater kid. I was more of a musician head. So like I just think he's good at like fusing that wildness and has that freedom, but still it's in like music or like movies. You know what I mean? And like that's who I am. Yeah. And I just think like our voices would go really well together.
I think so too. And I'm going to keep putting that out there as well. Is there anybody else who's also on your dream collaboration list?
There's, who do I want to go? Channel Tress. Is that how you say his name? Channel Tress?
It sounds right to me.
Yeah, Channel Tress. Because it's Channel and then TRES, so I guess it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Him. I want to collab with like Tina Turner.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Like I want to collab with like some old school people.
Yeah.
I think that'd be super sick. Nile Rodgers. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good list. But more like, yeah, more like people in the lane of Jack Black. Like I like my like peers, obviously, and I love to collab with, you know, those people. But do you know who Onika is?
No.
She's like this really awesome, fabulous like rapper. She blew up on the internet, and she's like amazing. Like I would love to do like a hook for her or something, you know.
When you said Onika, my first thought was Nicki Minaj.
Yeah,
next generation.
Yeah. Oh my God, can you imagine? Oh my God, Nicki. Oh my God.
The dream for everyone.
Yeah,
really.
I would actually trip out.
Oh my, yeah, none of us could handle it. God bless her.
Yeah.
When all of this pandemic and whatnot is over, where do you hope to perform first? What's the dream?
First, okay, assuming that like all of this goes well as far as like putting out releases and people getting new like fan base and everything, like I would like to be at like Coachella. I was there twice, performing with Sunburn and AC Slater, and we performed at the Sahara tent. It was amazing. But I'd love to be there as my own my own self, my own brand. That would be amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I feel like I saw, are they still trying to do Coachella this year, or have they given up on that dream yet?
I think they canceled it. I think they canceled it. Yeah.
2022 though, I see it.
Yeah. I want basically any festival.
Yeah.
Basically any festival that's, you know, super cool. I think there's Outlands, or is it called Outlands? Outside Lands. That's a good one. Lollapalooza is another amazing one. So long as like, honestly, just anywhere that's cool.
Yeah. You know? I can't wait for that day to come.
Yeah.
At that point.
Southwest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, amazing. So exciting. It's going to be a great year with the new project coming out for you and all of that. So last but not least, I have to ask you, here in Maine, our state motto is the way life should be. So according to you, what is the way life should be?
The way life should be fun. It should be the way you want it. And it should be creative.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes. And I feel like you're living your life that way.
I am. You know what? I am. And I have to remind myself of that, because it is a challenge being an independent artist, you know? For various reasons, and especially during the pandemic, it's forcing many of us to shift and pivot and find new ways to be seen. And so, but I'm still creating a whole ton, and and collaborating still, and it is amazing.
Yay, I love to see it, Kaleena. Thank you so much for talking with me today. Looking forward to the 19th and everything else you got coming up.
Yes, please listen. Listen.
Yeah. Of course I'll listen. You take care of yourself until we meet again.
Okay, take care. Thank you.